Hello, welcome back to my channel. So in the last video I reacted to the promo for season 5, episode 4 of Riverdale, which will include the time jump. Well, I just found another promo for the upcoming episode. So this isn't necessarily going to be just the next episode. I think it's kind of an overall view of how they're going to be after the time jump. So we actually get to see all of them coming back, and we get to see other characters that we didn't think we were going to see ever again. So first, like I did last time, I'm going to show the video, and then I'm going to break it down piece by piece. Hopefully this video isn't as long as the last video, but let's get into it.
We're in our 20s. Everything feels
different.
Riverdale is hereby dissolved. We can bring this town back to life.
You're playing a very dangerous game.
I'm taking this town back.
A lot has changed since we graduated high school, Archie.
So a lot of that does look like it's from the next two episodes. It looks like a lot of it is from episode 4, and then some of it's from episode 5, and that really looks like what the majority of that video is. Because when Archie is talking to Tony, that is definitely from the next episode, because Tony catches him up to what's been going on. But when he shuts down the school, that looks like that is from episode 5, because they try to save the school. Along with this video, the promo, I do also want to show you some behind the scenes photos of the upcoming episodes that will make everyone super excited. I mean, they haven't confirmed Bughead yet, but I have high hopes. I feel like Bughead would definitely get back together before Varchi does, because well, Veronica is married. I mean, she could have a secret affair with him. That happens in shows all the time. But I feel like Bughead will more likely be getting back together, because it does say Jughead's girlfriend is going to break up with him early on, and that he hasn't been said to have any significant others. So let's get into a breakdown of the promo. So you could totally see that Tony is pregnant, which was revealed, Vanessa Morgan revealed it on Twitter when she went on maternity leave, that they did write her pregnancy into the show. Especially because they were revealing that there was a time jump coming. They were all like, well, Vanessa Morgan's pregnant, they should just make her pregnant in the show. So if I go back to that, I don't know what's going on with Tony in this scene. Like, that's Pops. Maybe she has taken over Le Bon Nuit. If I can go, let me see. Because it shows us Pops, which looks like it's been taken over by actually biker gang. Was Pops always a gas station? Have I like missed something? Never noticed that. But it looks like it's been taken over by the Serpents. I mean, they did lose the White Worm, and especially with Jughead like being gone, that would, you know, maybe the Serpents have gone back into the old ways. That looks like Jughead right down there. That looks like Jughead. So yeah, it shows us Pops, and then if I can, and then it shows her singing on stage, which could be Le Bon Nuit. You can tell she's pregnant there, but that could be Le Bon Nuit. That's a serpent. That might be Fang. Oh wait, he's wearing a shirt that says the White Worm. I'm all confused. Because the White Worm hasn't been in the show for a while, but and they have snakes, so maybe she's a serpent again. We really don't know. I can't wait to see how they write in the serpent for the next episode. But let's continue. Look, so we have Archie. So he is wearing the El Royale Boxing Club. So that must mean he still owns it, which is good. We were all wanting to know what was going on with that. Because like he didn't mention it at all in the when they graduated. Like, did he still own it or what? So it's good that we know that he still owns it. His hair looks redder. I don't know if that's just me, but his hair looks redder. It also looks shorter, but he still owns the boxing club. Betty's not wearing her hair down, which I feel like it makes her look more mature. I love her with her long hair because Lily Reinhardt has beautiful hair. I'm jealous of her hair. And it's now, you can tell it's gotten longer. Veronica honestly looks the same, except she's wearing a wedding ring right here. We can see, but Veronica looks pretty much the same. I feel like Cole Sprouse or Jughead aged the most. I mean, that makes sense. He is one of the older ones. Compared to Archie, he's 28, I believe, and KJ Apa is only 23, a year older than me, so he's 23. And then Lily Reinhardt's 24, so they're actually playing characters that are actually older than themselves now. Camila Mendez, I believe, is in her mid-20s. I don't actually know her exact age. 26? Maybe Cole Sprouse is almost 30. I think he's like 28 now. But he looks the oldest. I mean, that's his struggling writer in him. If you guys have ever seen the show One Tree Hill, which I've mentioned this in one of my last videos, but I feel like this time jump is going to be very similar to that. But he reminds me of Lucas. Lucas was a writer on One Tree Hill. He was a character on One Tree Hill. They had a 4.5-year time jump, bypassing college. Now, what they did in One Tree Hill is that they went from their being 18, graduating high school, and they went 4.5 years. So they were right out of college. So, but Jughead's appearance just does not look like Jughead. He's wearing flannel for one. He doesn't have his beanie, which I hope he gets it back. Like, Betty can live without her ponytail because, like, it's just a ponytail, but Jughead is not Jughead without his beanie. And hopefully he gets his serpent jacket back, which I would love. So then we have Tony. Cheryl might be sitting next to her. We can't see from here, but I wouldn't be surprised if she's sitting next to her. We can also tell, you can sort of tell that she's a baby bump. She's wearing a wedding ring, but she still has her leather jacket, so she's probably serpent again. Jughead might, what they wanted to do is they wanted Jughead to give the serpents to Tony. So that might have happened in between the graduating high school and the time jump. But she's got these braids now, which, as much as they're cool, I miss her pink hair. Her pink hair was iconic. And she does have the pink braids, but it's just not the same. And then Cheryl's probably next to her, but in one of the released pictures, it doesn't look like Cheryl changed much. Her hair got longer, probably. He also has a mustache. I was hoping that they would make one of them have a mustache, and they chose Cole. I guess when you're in the army, you kind of need to be clean shaven. And then you can also see Weatherby and Miss Bella back. And then I believe this is Fangs. I think that is supposed to be Fangs. Now, if you guys have seen the new picture for the season, he's actually the only one in the picture wearing the serpent jacket. But in this, he doesn't. He also has grown his hair out, which is nice. But he actually has a goatee. And we have a Sweet Pea. I'm pretty sure that's Sweet Pea. I mean, he's not in very many episodes, so it's hard to tell. But he's still wearing the leather jacket and still has the same expression on his face and looks the same basically. But I really like Lily's updated look, or Betty's updated look, and Jughead's updated look. I feel like they look the most different besides Tony's hair and Fang. But out of the core four, these two are the most different. These two look the same. So, yeah. So yeah, that is going to be the plot for episode 5. Is that Hiram is planning to close down Riverdale High, which makes no sense because Southside High is already closed. So where are these people going to go to school? But it looks like people have been homeless because Hiram has taken over. It's also going to be like a ghost town, is what they said. So it looks like a lot of people are gonna be helping out. It looked like they were in a classroom with Veronica. Looks like she's in a classroom, and that's what people think is gonna happen. They're going to start teaching classes. You know, she does. Her hair's a little shorter and it's straighter. That's all that's different about her. So I'm pretty sure that's Jughead. I don't know why. Again, I said this in my last video. I don't know why he's wearing glasses. Why? Why is he wearing glasses? But it looks like he's behind the counter at Pops, and he doesn't want someone to see him. Maybe Betty. Maybe he doesn't want Betty to see him. But a lot of people think he's actually going to turn into be an alcoholic because he's struggling to write this book, and he had this super popular bestseller book, and then he can't figure out how to write a second book. And I hope the book he wrote, though, is about Jason Blossom, for the book he was writing in season 1. That would be really nice. Or a book about his relationship with Betty. But as you can see, there's actually alcohol right here. And I don't think Pop serves alcohol. So that's interesting. People think he's going to be an alcoholic. I still don't know what he's doing with the glasses. But maybe he's like hiding from Betty. He doesn't want Betty to see him. Another theory I have is that every time Betty sees his book, she picks up a copy. If you know where that's from, you know. But if you don't, it's from One Tree Hill. Every time Peyton saw a copy of Lucas's book, she picked up one. Every single time. Oh, there's Cheryl. I didn't even notice that. There's Cheryl. Mrs. Topaz. Miss Topaz. That she must be talking to Tony. So, if you guys saw my last video, I did show a video that was like sneak peeks to what's coming, and it looks like Tony becomes the cheerleading coach. That's what a lot of people are thinking, which I don't like because I always saw her as like a photographer. But this looks like she has an office. There's her degree, so she did end up graduating college. And Cheryl's wearing a pink jacket. Is that to signify being with Tony, or where's her red jacket? Cheryl looks the same though, besides not wearing red, but she has her signature red lips. But she's definitely talking to Tony. So let me go back. Oh, she's playing a very dangerous game, so that kind of sounds like Tony and Cheryl are not together anymore. And Cheryl's kind of bitter about it because maybe Tony ended up with someone new. I mean, she is pregnant. What if it's Sweet Pea's baby? That would be the weirdest revelation. Or one night stand, but it doesn't sound like they're together, and that's gonna hurt the Shoney fans. Because even though they broke up, I always thought them getting back together, but it sounds like Cheryl's kind of bitter, maybe because Tony took the River Vixens from Cheryl, or because she has her own HBIC shirt now. But we have to wait and see. Also, that looks like the Andrews house. I wanna like, yeah, that is totally the Andrews house. So it looks like it's been overtaken by criminals or something, and he wants his house back. And so I'm so happy if this is true. If it's not, if that's not actually the Andrew's house, I'll be a little sad, but I'm happy that he's gonna get his house back, that his house will be still in the season. I hope Betty's house is still in the season too. Okay, it looks like Betty's being attacked by a chainsaw killer in the FBI, and we all know that she has to end up going to therapy, and maybe she gets put on leave from the FBI, and that's how she's able to return home. Archie's uniform also looks like it's a uniform from the 40s, but it is what. So, yeah, that was me kind of reacting to the second promo for the upcoming episodes. I'm super excited. I'm a little like it's made me a little more because I was very uneasy with how episode 3 ended, but seeing all of these promos, especially this one, has made me kind of happier to see the gang back together. I know it's going to be a couple episodes before Jughead and Betty do get back together, if they do get back together. But another thing I hope, so in my last in the promo I did before, I mentioned that Jughead, it looks like on Jughead's book he actually goes by Forsyth Pendleton Jones III. So what if his girlfriend calls him Forsyth? But then when Betty sees him again, she calls him Juggy. That would be really sweet. So I'm really excited with him trying to get the town back from Hiram. Maybe he gets the serpent jacket back. I don't really. Oh, we also know that Kevin is supposed to be the drama teacher, so that's something. That was mentioned in Katie Keene. I never watched the show, but I read that. But I hope Fangs and Kevin are still together. They were the only couple still standing. So I'm really excited for the upcoming episodes to see how they all look, and yeah, hope they all get back together. I mean, they're all endgame. We all know they're endgame. Even if Betty and Archie date, Archie and Buckhead are endgame, and with it, I mean, going back to One Tree Hill, because I'm comparing this upcoming season to One Tree Hill's time jump, but or not One Tree Hill, Pretty Little Liars. So Pretty Little Liars, One Tree Hill, Riverdale, all have the same kind of like feeling, but going to Pretty Little Liars, Hannah and Caleb broke up during the time jump they had. They also had a 5-year time jump, and then Spencer and Toby also broke up during that time jump, and Ezra and Arya had already broken up. Well, when the time jump came back, by the end of the series, Hannah and Caleb got married. Ezra and Arya had gotten married, and Spencer and Toby were revealed to have gotten married in The Perfectionist. So they all ended up back with the person they were supposed to be with, and this is kind of similar. All the couples broke up, but they'll end up back together because Barchi, Bughead, and Choni are all the fan favorites. Like, even though some people like Barchi, it's Bughead and Barchi are what it is. So let me show you these sneak peek pictures. So, Riverdale Season 5 images reveal first look at Archie post-time jump. Riverdale's cast post-time jump has been revealed, including Archie in the Army investigator, Betty, Hatless, Archie in the Army investigator Betty, Hatless, Jughead, and lots more from CW drama. So, fans are finally getting their first look at the world of Riverdale post-time jump with a new series of promo images that show Archie in the Army and much more. The popular teen drama recently returned to CW and Netflix to begin Season 5, which has started with the final few planned episodes of Season 4 and the end of high school for the core cast of characters. After those first few, Riverdale will be taking a 7-year jump into the future. Over the course of its first 4 seasons, Riverdale has gathered a loyal fan base, both for its eclectic cast of characters and its increasingly bizarre, dramatic plotlines. Riverdale's storyline began by focusing on a single murder case, but it has since expanded to include cults, underground fighting rings, serial killers, organ harvesting, and much, much more murder. Through it all, Riverdale has become a major cultural touchstone, with numerous other shows springing up in its wake to mirror its dark take on teenage drama. The show's characters won't be teenagers for much longer, however. As a leap forward into an adulthood looms, fans now finally have their first look at the cast after the time jump occurs, courtesy of a new series of images revealed by Entertainment Weekly. The pictures show Archie in an army uniform, Betty standing in front of some sort of expansive investigation board. Jughead embracing a classic Lost Generation rider look without his signature hat, and the new character Tabitha Tate, Pop's granddaughter. There's also a look at the iconic diner and Tony Topaz performing in a concert. So here's Archie in his uniform. They really make him, I want to know what rank he ended up getting, but they make him look like he's from World War II. This is Betty. I love her long hair. But yeah, she's going back to her roots with the murder board. I don't know if this is going to be like her at the FBI or if this is going to be something she comes up with in Riverdale. Maybe a murder mystery happens. We don't know. A lot of deaths happening there. This is Tony performing in concert. We got a serpent. We got some snake. Oh, it says white worm. You know, okay, so I didn't notice this in the video that I just reacted to. This is white worm, so it looks like they regained ownership of the white worm, which we know that Hiram bought for his drug business. But it looks like they got it back, so Tony might be a serpent again. Maybe she bought it. Maybe someone bought it. Maybe he's made a pact with Hiram. And then this is Jughead. Ooh. And here we can actually see that he has become an alcoholic, bottle after bottle after bottle after bottle. Which I like that they're doing that, because I bet when Betty comes back he'll go sober. But I don't like that they're doing that because he didn't want to be like his father. He didn't want to be an alcoholic like his father, like his grandfather. He wanted to be something. And unlike his father and his grandfather, he did make something himself. He's an author. So I'm excited to see how that. Maybe he's not an alcoholic. Maybe he's like isn't like his father or grandfather. He definitely would never abuse anybody though. And then we see them all at Pop. Oh, this is a look at older Kevin. He's got a little bit of a mustache beard thing going, but Alice is back, so that must mean that she's still in Riverdale. So maybe she did not sell the Cooper house. And then we got Sheriff Keller, who probably is back, and we got Veronica and Betty, who look like they're reconnecting. And then this is Tabitha Tate. They're canonically older. The core characters don't look that much different years down the line. With high school ending mentally for the teens, fans have been theorizing as to what force or forces could bring them all back to their hometowns so many years later. With the cast all pursuing different careers and leaving to new homes, it should be interesting to see them brought back together after so much time. Of course, the core nature of the show likely won't change that much after the time jump. Riverdale teens haven't worried much about normal teenage problems for some time, focusing instead on solving and committing various felonies. At the very least, the jump should shake up some of the relationship dynamics that have been established for so long. Fans are in store for even more drama in Riverdale as Season 5 continues on the CW and Netflix. So, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If I find any more promos, I will make sure to react to them as well. So, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!